Okay, now, good afternoon, everyone. We'll start from the place where we left on Saturday. Page 200, the last speech of Alonso, King Alonso. If thou beest Prospero, give us particulars of thy preservation. So King Alonso says that if you are really Prospero, if you are not an illusion, if you are a reality, then please give us particulars. Particulars means give me the details of thy preservation. Of thy preservation means how were you saved? Because we made flawless plans to kill you, to murder you. So I want to know, and all these 12 years we were we have been believing that you are dead. So now please tell me that how is it that you managed to save yourself? How is it that you are still alive? I want to know the details of it. How thou hast met us here, who 3 our sins were wrecked upon this shore. So he further says, King Alonso further says that I want to know how is it that you met us here. See, King Alonso is not aware of this fact that this island, that Prospero is the owner of this island, and he is the one who is responsible for the shipwreck and all the calamities which fell upon them. He is the one who is responsible for all these things. He is the one, his mind, his brain is the most important thing which has been responsible for all these problems in King Alonso and his companions' life. So he says, how thou hast met here. Please tell me that how do you happen to meet us here? Who 3 our sins were wrecked upon this shore? Who have wrecked upon this shore? There was a shipwreck and we landed. We somehow managed to save our lives and we landed on this shore. It has just been 3 hours, right? Only 3 hours have been passed and you are here. How did you manage to reach here, right? Where I have lost, how sharp the point of this remembrances. And then he remembers the shipwreck and he is immediately reminded of his son Ferdinand. And so he says that where, because of this shipwreck, I lost my son. And how painful, how acute is the memory of that remembrance. How acute, how acutely painful, how acute is the pain of this loss, of the loss of my son Ferdinand, my dear son Ferdinand. So it is this memory, this remembrance itself is very painful, that my son is dead. Prospero, I am go for it, sir. So he says that I am really very sorry for your grief. I am also very grieved for your loss. I am very sorry that your son has died. Your son is no more. Alonso, irreparable is the loss, and Patience says it is past her cure. So I am telling you, Prospero, that my loss, right, the loss of losing a son is irreparable. This cannot be compensated by anything on this earth. This is a loss which cannot be compensated. And Patience says it is past her cure. And Patience has also given up. Patience cannot offer any remedy, any relief to this loss, right? This loss is so great, so massive that Patience cannot compensate it. Patience cannot make me feel better. So I am losing my he means to say that I am losing my patience, right? I am losing my control over myself because of this loss. I am so grieved, so depressed that I am losing my control over myself. Prospero, I rather think you have not sought her help. So Prospero says, but I think that you have no patience. Why does he think so? Of whose soft grace for the like loss I have her sovereign aid and rest myself in him. He says that I think you have not even sought, you didn't try to seek, you didn't try to ask for the help which Patience can provide. You didn't actually try to go in search for Patience. Why? Because Patience is such a gentle thing. Patience gives us such gentle comfort that it has helped me to overcome a similar loss. I also incurred a similar loss. I also underwent a similar kind of sorrow which you are undergoing, and I am now feeling fully reconciled. Now I am feeling fully relaxed. Why? Because I went to patients for help, right? I asked patients to aid me, I asked patients to help me, and so patients helped me. What I feel is that you didn't go to patients, you didn't actually try to be more patient, right? So you have not resorted to that particular aid, you have not resorted to that particular help which patients can actually provide. So that is why now I am feeling fully reconciled. So my loss was also very similar to yours, but now I have reconciled, I am feeling relaxed, I am more patient. Why? Because I went to patients for its gentle comfort, and so I am feeling comforted. Alonso, you the like loss. Now Alonso is, oh, you also met a similar kind of loss, you also underwent a similar kind of sorrow, right? The way I am undergoing, right? So you also went through all this pain, all this suffering like me. So this is, he is surprised, he wants to know further. And so Prospero says, as great to me as late insupportable, to make the dear loss have I mean much weaker, then you may call to comfort you, for I have lost my daughter. So Prospero says, as great to me as late and supportable, to make the dear loss. So he says, yes, I also had a similar loss, as endurable and as recent as yours, right? If you have lost your son, I have also lost my daughter, right? To make the dear loss. Dear loss means great loss, right? When you lose something which is very valuable to you. So that is dear loss. Have I mean much weaker. So then you may call to comfort you. So you have to comfort you, means you are not feeling comforted, but I am, like you have lesser recourse to consolation, and you have much less recourse in comparison to me. I am feeling relaxed, though I have also lost my daughter like you, right? Like you have lost my son, in a similar manner I have also lost my daughter, but I am not so troubled as you are. Alonso, a daughter? So Alonso is shocked. Oh, so there is someone else along with me who has lost his child. And so Alonso says, a daughter? So you have lost your daughter? Oh heavens! Then they were living both in Naples, the king and queen there. So now Alonso wishes, oh, I wish, hard I wish that I wish that your daughter and my son both would have been alive, and they would have been living in Naples as king and queen, right? If they would have been alive, I wish that they would have been the king, and they would have married, and they would have been the king and queen of Naples. But this is not the reality. They are dead, but I very strongly wish that they should have not died. Instead, they should have been the king and queen of Naples. There. That they were. I wish myself was muddied in that oozy bed. Oozy bed means that slimy bed. That is the sea bed. That muddy land which is underwater in the sea. So he says, and how hard I wish that instead of my son getting drowned in the sea, I would have been drowned in this sea. I would have died in place of my son, where my son lies. So in place of my son, where the body of my son is lying, I wish that my dead body was there and my son was living happily with your daughter in Naples. When did you lose your daughter? And now he wants to know the details. And so he says, so when did you lose your daughter? When did your daughter die? Prospero. In this last tempest. Prospero says, this last tempest, the storm which happened 3 years ago, in that storm my daughter also died. I perceive these lords at this encounter do so much admire that they devour their reason, and scarce think their eyes do office of truth their words are natural breath. So he says, now Prospero looks at them. So he answers Alonso's question that my daughter also died very recently, just 3 years ago. My daughter also died, but I am behaving in a more patient manner in comparison to you. And then he looks at the lords and the other people who are standing there, and he says, I perceive these lords at this encounter do so much admire. So he says that I think that these lords, all these people who are standing there, they the way we are discussing at our meeting, they are wonderstruck. They seem to be surprised. They have that expression of surprise on that expression of wonder on their face, that they devour their reason and scarce think their eyes do office of truth. So they are looking at us in a manner that they are not able to believe whatever they are seeing in front of their eyes. Means though they are seeing us talking, though they are seeing King Alonso and Prospero meeting each other, but their eyes seem to disbelieve this particular reality which is taking place in front of them. They look so skeptical about it. They look so doubtful about it. Right? They are not able to believe whatever is happening in front of them. Why are they not able to believe? Because they knew that Prospero and Alonso were enemies. Right? And then they also knew that Prospero was dead. So that is why they will take some time to come to terms with reality. Right? So that is why it is very difficult for them to believe what is happening in front of their eyes. That Prospero is standing in front of their eyes and he is meeting King Alonso and talking to King Alonso in such a friendly manner. Right? So that is why they are wonderstruck. They are like in amazement, and they are finding it difficult to believe their reason. Means, see, this is reality. This is something which is happening in a very logical manner, right? Something which is reality is very hard for them to believe. Their eyes do office of truth. So their eyes do office of truth means their eyes cannot believe what they see, and their words are natural. And they even fail to hear whatever is entering their ears. Right? Whatever we are talking means they are listening to whatever is going on. They are listening to the conversation which is going on between Prospero and King Alonso. So neither they can believe whatever we are saying, whatever they are hearing, and neither can they believe whatever they are watching. Clear? But whosoever you have been jostled from your senses, know for certain that I am Prospero, and that very duke which was thrust forth of Milan. So he says, but Prospero says, I don't care, right? It doesn't matter. Whosoever you have been jostled from your senses, I don't care, even if you are out of your senses, even if you are not in your proper senses, but I still want you people to believe that I am Prospero, the very Duke of Milan. Means I am Prospero, the Duke of Milan, who was expelled, who was banished, who was thrown out of the kingdom of Milan some 12 years ago. Right? I don't care whether you are in senses, whether you are able to believe, whether you are not able to believe, whether you are finding it very difficult to believe the reality which is taking place in front of your eyes. But still I want to tell you that I am in reality Prospero, the king of Milan, who was thrown out, who was banished long ago. Know for certain that I am Prospero, that very duke which was thrust forth. Thrust forth means banished, thrown out, expelled. Who most strangely upon this shore where you were wrecked was landed. And what happened to me after I was banished from the kingdom, from the dukedom? I somehow miraculously, strangely means miraculously, under some strange circumstances, I happened to land upon this shore, upon this island. I somehow reached this island, and I landed upon this island, this particular island where your ship was wrecked, right? Where you people also came because of your shipwreck. You also came to this island. So I also miraculously came to this island, was landed to be the Lord on it. And now I am the ruler of this island where you people have finally landed yourself. No more yet of this. For 'tis a chronicle of day by day. So he says, now I don't want to go into the details of it. Now I don't want to narrate the whole story, because it is a very long story and it cannot be told in the during the first meeting, nor a relation for breakfast, nor befitting the this first meeting. So why? Because it is a very long story and it will take time. It will take days to tell you the story in detail. So this is perhaps not the right time to disclose everything, to tell you everything. And so why is it so? Because not a relation here means it cannot be narrated for a breakfast. So just for the during the time of breakfast I cannot tell you because the time of breakfast is very short, so it is such a long story. I have to tell you so many things which happened during the course of 12 years. So I cannot narrate just during breakfast, or not befitting this first meeting, nor is it suitable to be told during our first meeting. Right? Welcome, sir. So I will take days to tell you this story. So day by day I will keep on telling you this story, what all things happened to me, and how I managed to survive, and whatever it is, I will take some time to tell you this story. So I don't want to discuss about it at the present moment. Instead of discussing about the story, I would request you, this cell is my core. So now he just asks Alonso to come into his cell. He says, this cell, this cave which you are seeing in front of you is my court. This is like my royal court, because I am the ruler of this island and this cave is my court. This is my royal court. Here have I few attendants. And what do I have here? I have few attendants means I have few servants in this court, and subjects none abroad. So, and I don't have any subjects, right? Though I am the ruler of this island, but I don't have any subjects. It's only a few servants which I have who attend upon me. Pray you, look in. So I request you, sir, he's talking to King Alonso, I request you, sir, that you please peep inside, that you have a glance inside this cave. I want you to look inside this cave. My dukedom, since you have given me again, I will requite you with as good a thing. So he says, because you have returned my kingdom, right? You have restored my kingdom upon me. So I also have something to give you, which is no less than my kingdom, right? As you have made me happy by restoring my kingdom, by giving back my kingdom to me, I will also reward you with something. I will also give you something which will make you as happy as I am after getting my dukedom back with as good a thing. So with something which is equally good, I will reward you with. At least bring forth a wonder to content ye as much as me my kingdom. So it will bring forth means it will produce, it will create such a wonder which will content you, means which will satisfy you, which will please you. Means once you will have a glance, once you will look inside this cave, you will be so happy, you will be so pleased as I am pleased when I got my kingdom, my dukedom back from you. The entrance of the cell opens and discovers Ferdinand and Miranda playing at chess. So now you know the reason why King Alonso will be happy. Because when King Alonso looks inside the cave, what does he see? He sees his son playing chess with Miranda. He sees Ferdinand playing chess with Miranda. So obviously, a son getting back a son who was supposed to be dead is something to be very happy about, right? Which will make you happier than getting your kingdom back. So that is why Prospero said these words. Ferdinand and Miranda playing at chess. Miranda, sweet lord, you play me false. So Miranda says, sweet lord, you are cheating, right? You are deceiving. You are not playing properly. Ferdinand, no, my dearest love, I would not for the world. So Ferdinand says, no, my dearest love, I will not cheat for the whole world. Even if I am getting the whole world, then also I will not cheat you. How can you say this? Miranda, yes, for a score of kingdoms, you should wrangle and I would call it fair play. So Miranda says, yes, score means 20, right? So if 20 kingdoms were at stake, you would argue with me, you would quarrel with me for 20 kingdoms, and because I love you, I know I love you so deeply that I would say that that even if you are quarreling with me, even if you are arguing with me for 20 kingdoms, I would say that it is fair play. I would say that whatever you are doing is right. Why? Because I love you, though I know that it is not true, that you are not whatever you are doing is wrong. But in spite of that, I will always say that whatever you are doing is right. Why? Because I love you so deeply. Now what happens? Now Alonso says, if this prove a vision of the island, one dear son shall I twice leave. So Alonso sees Ferdinand, and so still he is not able to believe his eyes, right? Because again, after seeing so many strange things happening to them on the island, it will be very difficult to believe at anything now. So Alonso says that if this proves a vision of the island, if this proves to be just an illusion of this island, right? If this proves to be some unreal thing happening on this island, my dear son shall I surprise you. Then I am again going to lose my son, because if it is an illusion, my son will again go. He will again disappear after some time, right? I am seeing him alive, sitting in front of me, playing chess with some lady, and after some time what will happen? He will disappear. So I am going to lose my one son 2 times. If this is a vision, if this is an illusion, if this is not the reality, then I will lose my one son twice. Sebastian, a most high miracle. Now Sebastian is also surprised. Till this time, everyone believed that Ferdinand is dead, and so Sebastian is also surprised, and he says, it is such a great miracle which I see in front of my eyes. It's really something which is unbelievable. Ferdinand sees Alonso and others. So now Ferdinand also, because they start talking, so Ferdinand also is distracted from the game, and he looks at Alonso and the other people who are with him. Though the sea threatens, they are merciful. I have cursed them without cause. So now Ferdinand is again very happy, and so he says that though the sea threatened, though it scared me, though it though it appeared to be very terrifying, but still they are merciful. But still I would say in the end that the sea was very merciful. It was very kind. Why? Because I got all my relatives and my father back. So though it appeared to be threatening, though it appeared to be very cruel and very harsh, this tempest which happened in the sea, though everything appeared to be very cruel, but now I must say that in reality it was very merciful. I have cursed them without cause. And now I am repenting that I cursed the sea, I cursed the storm, I cursed the tempest without cause. Without reason I have been cursing that tempest. And the reality was that the tempest was very merciful and very kind. Alonso. So kneels to Alonso. So now see this. What Ferdinand does, he kneels in front of Alonso to have his blessings, right? So this is the way son greets the father, and so he kneels in front of him so that Alonso can bless him. Now all the blessings of a glad father compass thee about. Arise and say how thou camest here. So now Alonso blesses his son, and he says, all the blessings of a glad father. I am so glad now. I am a happy father now. And so may all the blessings of a happy father, which a happy father can give, all the blessings which a happy father can say, may encircle you, may encompass you, may embrace you, may surround you from everywhere. So all the blessings which can come out from the heart of a father who is very happy on seeing his son alive, may embrace you, may surround you. Arise and say how thou camest here. So now get up. He was kneeling now, so that is why he says now get up. So Alonso asks Ferdinand to get up and tell me how you landed upon this island, how you came on this island. Miranda says, oh wonder. Now see, Miranda is seeing so many human beings for the first time in her life, right? Till now she only saw Prospero, right? After that she saw Ferdinand, and now so many human beings, right, standing in front of her eyes. So it's very surprising for her. So she says, oh wonder, how many goodly creatures are there here. So she is surprised, she is shocked, and she says, oh what a wonderful sight it is, right? What a surprising sight, what a great sight I am seeing. It's really great to see so many human beings in front of me. How many goodly creatures are there here? How many noble, how many good creatures are standing in front of me? How beauteous mankind is. And I must say that mankind is so beautiful, right? Mankind is really very beauteous, means very beautiful. So I must say that mankind is really very beautiful. Oh, brave new world that has such people in it. So this new world which I am getting acquainted to, see, this is something very new for Miranda, right? This world is, with this world which is full of so many human beings, is something very new for Miranda. And so he says, this magnificent, this great, this splendid new world which I am seeing in front of my eyes is so beautiful, is so wonderful, it's so splendid and magnificent, that has such people in it, that has such wonderful, such noble people in it. This is really a great world. Prospero, just new to this. So Prospero is not surprised, because Prospero has seen human beings in the past, and so Prospero says, oh Miranda, I know this is something which is very new for you. Alonso. Now Alonso also, because Miranda starts speaking, so now Alonso also looks at Miranda and he says, what is this maid with whom thou wast at play? So now he asks Ferdinand, who is this lady? Who is this maid? Who is this girl with whom you were playing chess with? Your eldest acquaintance cannot be 3 years. Is she the goddess that hath severed us? So now he says that your eldest here means the oldest, right? Your oldest acquaintance cannot be 3 years. So I am very sure that you cannot know her for more than 3 years, right? Because it's only 3 years that we have been separated, and I have not seen this girl before, right? So I am very sure you don't know her for anything which is more than 3 years. So please tell me, I want to know, who is this maiden? Who is this girl? Is she the goddess? Is she the goddess who has separated us and brought us together again? Is she that goddess who was responsible for our separation, for the separation of father and son? And then is she the one who has brought us together again, right? Because she was so beautiful that she appeared to be a goddess. You remember, Ferdinand also mistook her to be a goddess in the past. So that is what Alonso also thinks, that is she the goddess who separated us and then again brought us together? Ferdinand, sir, she is mortal. So Ferdinand rectifies him and says that no, she is not the goddess, she is as much a human being as us. But by mortal providence, she is mine. I chose her when I could not ask my father for his advice. So he says, by mortal providence means by the grace of God, by the greatness of God, she is mine. Now I am engaged to her, and so she belongs to me. I chose her. I chose her as my wife. I chose her to be my wife. I chose her to be the Queen of Naples when I could not ask my father for his advice, nor thought I had one. So he says, I took her, I committed in front of her that she'll be my wife and Queen of Naples when I didn't have a father to ask. Why? Because I thought nor thought I had one. Why? Because at that time I believed that you are dead, right? I thought that I don't have a father, because he was also of the opinion that King Alonso is dead. And so he says that I took her as my wife when I didn't have my father to give me advice on it, right? To give me his opinion upon this particular fact. At that time, I was engaged to her, because at that time I was not aware that you are still alive. She is daughter of this famous Duke of Milan, of whom so often I have heard renowned. So she is also the daughter of this famous Duke of Milan, that is Prospero. She is the daughter of this very popular Duke of Milan, of whom so often I have heard renowned. This Duke of Milan, whose praise, whose stories, the stories of his greatness I have heard so many times in the past, she is the daughter of that Duke of Milan, of this Duke of Milan. but never saw before. So I have only heard his praises. I have only heard about his greatness, of his renown, but I never got the opportunity to meet him in the past. He is talking about Prospero, right? It's now that I got this chance of meeting this particular great Duke of Milan, of whom I have received a second life, and it is from him that I got my second life. And second father, this lady makes him to me. And not only second life, it is because of him, because of his greatness, that I happen to be alive on this island, and I got my second life. And this girl, this lady which is standing in front of you, she has given me a second father. See now, if Miranda is married to Ferdinand, then Prospero will be Ferdinand's father-in-law. So father-in-law is like second father. So that is what he means to say, that it is because of this lady. This lady has made Prospero, who is the great Duke of Milan, my second father. It is because of this lady that I got one more father, right? My father is alive, and I got one more father in Prospero. It's because of Miranda. Because unless he will marry Miranda, Prospero will not be his father-in-law. Alonso, I am hers. So Alonso says that yes, you have got a second father in Prospero, and I will also become a second father to Miranda. Right? Miranda's father-in-law will be King Alonso. So he says, in a similar manner, she has also got a second father in me. I'll be her second father. But oh, how oddly will it sound that I must ask my child forgiveness. But how strange it will sound, how strange it would look, how weird it would look, that now I will have to ask forgiveness from my child. Right? Child, who is the child here? Miranda. Right? Because Alonso is feeling guilty, and he wants to ask for forgiveness from Miranda also. Right? He wants to ask Miranda also to forgive for all the misfortunes which he faced, for all the unfortunate events which happened in her life because of King Alonso. And so he says that it would sound very strange, it would sound very weird, that being a father, now I will have to ask for forgiveness from my daughter, right? Daughter-in-law rather. Prospero, there sir, stop. So now Prospero stops him. He doesn't want Alonso to feel embarrassed, and he says, please stop talking all this, sir. Right? You need not ask for forgiveness from Miranda. It's okay. Right? Let us not burden our remembrance with the heaviness that's gone. So let us not remember all the sad and all the unfortunate incidents and all the bad things which happened in the past. Why? Because it will not be of any help. So you need not do that. You need not ask Miranda to forgive you. Right? So this is what Prospero says to King Alonso. It's okay. Right? There is no use digging the past. It will only make us grieve. It will only grieve us. It will only make us sad if we go on digging the past, and if we go on remembering the past. It won't be of any help to us. So Gonzalo regains his senses, and he says, I have inly wept, or should have spoke this. So he says that I was weeping inwardly, I was weeping from inside, I was weeping in silence, or else I would have spoken earlier also. You remember Gonzalo was very talkative in the past. You remember that scene where Sebastian and Antonio, they bet that who will speak first, the old crow or the young crow. There was a competition kind of a thing between Adrian and Gonzalo, right? So we come to know that Gonzalo was he is very fond of talking, right? And so that is why he says, I have inly wept. So I was crying, or I was weeping, I was crying all this time in silence, or I should have spoken earlier. Should have spoken before. But now doesn't matter, I will speak now. And so now what does he have to say? Look down, you gods, and on this couple drop a blessed crown. So, O gods of heaven, O gods who are residing in heaven, look down upon this couple. The couple is Ferdinand and Miranda, and bless them, because for it is you that have chalked forth the way which brought us hither. But why? Because it is you, it is because of you, it was your plan who made us, who made a plan to come upon this island, who made this path for us to land ourselves upon this island. It is because of you that all of us came to this island. It was your plan that all of us came to this island. So now I request you, O gods who are in heaven, it is my humble request that you please shower your blessings upon this couple, because it is everything which is happening now is according to your wish, and so please bless this couple.